Hello everyone. Today I am going to explain one more important topic, that is Indian Constitution in class 10th. So in 10th class our topic is the making of independent India's constitution. Already you know well, you studied in previous classes 9th, 8th, 7th. In that class you know well about Indian constitution. What are the main important points which are there in Indian constitution? You discussed in that previous classes. But here I am going to explain how Indian constitution was made. Making of Indian constitution. You know well, India was ruled by the Britishers. So Indians, they under the control of British government. At the time, we followed the Britishers' guidelines. We don't have any freedom at the time. After many struggles, the great freedom fighters or the many Indians, and they fought against the British government, and finally we succeeded and we got freedom in the year of 1947, August 14, 15, midnight, 12 o'clock. British government gave freedom to India. Okay. So further that onwards our country became independent country. For this India, for independent India, we need one constitution. Before that, we should know what is constitution. Constitution is nothing but some set of rules and regulations. Some set of rules and regulations to rule this country. Okay, so constitution is nothing but it is a set of rules and regulations. So all the citizens who are living in that country, they have to follow what mentioned in the constitution. So constitution rules and regulations everyone should follow. Okay. So constitution is nothing but it is a set of rules and regulations. Because after getting independence, compulsory we need one constitution, one guidelines to rule this country. India is a vast country. Different religious people are living in this country. And different languages are speaking in India. People are following different culture. And majorities, minorities. So different festivals we are celebrating. Climate conditions also different places, different types of food, weather condition, climate condition. So whatever it may be, all the Indians are living together. Okay, we have unity in diversity, diversity in unity. So for this population, we need excellent constitution. So that constitution drafted by one of the committee that we can call that drafting committee. Okay, so constitution was written by the drafting committee. So in the year of 1946, British government, they already decided they want to give the freedom to Indians. So in the year of 1946, the British government was conducted elections. One cabinet mission plan. So cabinet mission came to India and conducted elections in different places. Many provinces, at the time you can call it provinces. So in the provinces, and some places are princely states and some places are provinces. So many provinces and princely states, elections were conducted in the year of 1946, December. In this, total 292 places, 292 seats, INC party got returned. INC, Indian National Congress, at the time only one of the biggest party in India, freedom movement period, that is INC, Indian National Congress. So this INC party got 292 seats total. INC party got returned. And princely states, 93 areas, princely state area, the princely state people, they got victory, 93. Okay. When in the year of 1946. But British government gives some suggestion. They give us that you have to prepare your constitution. So that is why in the year of 1946, Constituent Assembly was set up. Constituent Assembly was formed. What is that Constituent Assembly? This is that nothing but here this assembly main duty is to prepare Indian Constitution. So Indian Constitution Assembly was set up in the year of 1946. So which people were elected to this Constituent Assembly? See, the members who are there in the Constituent Assembly, they came from the different provinces. Here elections were conducted to all the Indian provinces as well as princely states. The elections conducted in that. So different places, all areas, few members they selected to this Constituent Assembly. So here Constituent Assembly members indirect elected, not directly by the people. Okay. So these provinces members only, few members they appointed to this Constituent Assembly. So this Constituent Assembly main duty is that to prepare one constitution to India. So this Constituent Assembly again appointed few members to draft for writing. Appointed few members to draft, that we can call drafting committee members. That we can call as drafting committee members. Same year, in the year of 1946, so cabinet mainly this drafting committee also appointed. This drafting committee here, one of the person is a main important man, that is B.R. Ambedkar, who was the chairman. B.R. Ambedkar, he was the chairman of the drafting committee. For writing, drafted for writing, that is one committee, that is the B.R. Ambedkar is the chairman. Next, total Constituent Assembly chairman is that Rajendra Prasad. Babu Rajendra Prasad. So Rajendra Prasad is the drafting committee, Constituent Assembly chairman, president. Drafting committee chairman B.R. Ambedkar. So here don't confuse. Constituent Assembly, but Constituent Assembly again appointed few members to draft Indian Constitution. That we can call that drafting committee. The drafting committee main chairman is B.R. Ambedkar. Then after this Constituent Assembly was appointed many committees to know the opinions of different people in India, to know the opinions of different regions in our country. So Constituent Assembly was appointed a few committees. I will tell you some few committees names here. One is a Union Powers Committee, Union Constitution Committee, and Provisional Constitution Committee, Advisory Committee. So all these committees were appointed by this Constituent Assembly. What is the committee main duty? So Union Powers Committee will get some information in different regions of Indians. And Union Constitution Committee also saying some other opinions they collected. So these committees, after that, they submit their reports to that Constituent Assembly. Okay. After observing after the opinion of all these committees, finally this drafting committee started writing Indian Constitution. Drafted Indian Constitution. So there are few committees: Union Powers Committee, Union Constitution Committee, Provisional Constitution Committee, and Advisory Committee. Yes. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he was the main important person in the drafting committee because he was the chairman of the drafting committee. Okay. Next. So to write the Indian Constitution, this drafting committee has taken much time. 2 years 11 months 18 days. 2 years 11 months 18 days they has taken to write to draft Indian constitution, means drafting. So after finishing of their writing, next they presented in the Constituent Assembly, they presented that report that which they drafted, they presented in that Constituent Assembly, that is 4th November 1948. 4th November 1948, drafting committee presented their report which they prepared constitution that they presented in the Constituent Assembly in the year of 1948, November, 4th November. Okay. So after submission, after when they reported this total constitution to this assembly, after all the assembly members, they adapted this Indian constitution in the year of 1949, 6th November. This Constituent Assembly adopted Indian constitution in the year of 1949, 6th November. This assembly, Constituent Assembly adopted. Means agreed, okay. They said okay, adopted this Indian constitution. So next, finally, that Indian constitution, when it came into force, 1950, January 26th, Indian constitution came into force. Means that onwards it was started, implemented. So this is the mainly about Indian constitution. So draft Indian constitution is adopted in the year of 1949, 6th November. But Indian constitution was starting, came into force 1950, January 26th. So that is why every year 26th January we are celebrating as a Republic Day. Republic means what? Self-ruling. We are taking our own decisions. We are ruling our country. We should not obey, we should not follow the any other country's guidelines. Because already we prepared one Indian constitution. Okay. So here, in this, only many debates was conducted in the Constituent Assembly. After completion of their writing, this Constituent Assembly was conducted many debates. Debates means discussions about Indian Constitution. So people give their opinions, their suggestions. Many debates were conducted in the Constituent Assembly about Indian Constitution. Finally, this Constituent Assembly came into force 1950 and January 26th. Okay. So finally, Indian Constitution. But here, in the Indian Constitution, before preparing Indian Constitution, these are the main important people who are there. They studies different countries in the world, that country's constitutions they clearly studied, and they collected some information which is suitable to our country. They collected some points and that mentioned in Indian Constitution. See, few points we collected from America, few points collected from the Britain, few points collected from other countries. Okay, so South Africa. Finally, they prepared one best Indian Constitution. So, Indian Constitution is one of the lengthiest written constitution in the world. No other constitution as like as Indian Constitution. It is the very biggest, lengthiest written constitution. Okay. So then, after this, what are the main important points in the Constitution? What is the preamble? What Constitution total? How many articles are there? How many schedules are there? I will explain in the next class. Thank you.